Hi, welcome back to another video from ThisKindaGirl.com, the home of smart and sexy swinger advice. Please subscribe to my channel, check me out on social media at ThisKindaGirl2020 and visit ThisKindaGirl.com for all the best smart and sexy swinger advice. Today I am talking about top 10 tips for female swingers. So let's get straight down into it and start discussing my top 10 tips. Now, I wanted to ensure that these tips and the information I share with you was what you actually wanted to hear. I didn't want to make another video talking about what to wear for swinging and talking about like health tips and things, because I've already got information on that, and I wanted to make sure that these were the answers to the questions that you guys were actually asking. So in this video I will be giving you my top 10 tips for female swingers that are perhaps a little bit different. Number one is learn how to be a great communicator. There is a lot more to successful swinging than just being great in bed. Successful swingers know how to build up a connection, create sexual chemistry and engage with both men and women alike, regardless of their sexuality. Successful swingers don't hone in on one person, but instead they talk to all the people in the room and they take time out to talk to both partners. They listen to what everyone is saying and they listen to what each person would like to experience. To be a great swinger is to be a great listener and conversationalist. Here is a tip that I want to share with you for building up rapport and talking to couples. Now, if you're feeling like it's a little bit daunting and you're not sure what to say to people and you're really nervous, all you have to do is shift the focus away from the end result. So instead of going and talking to people and talking to couples with the main intention of playing with them and having sex with them, what you need to do is simply shift that focus away and approach them as if you're just being regular and sociable and completely not even acknowledge the fact that you want to have sex with them, because if they like you too, which I'm sure they will, their brains will already go there. I also offer this advice. It's not just for women, it's for men, it's for couples, it's for all people of all sexualities. Instead of piling the pressure on, just take some of that pressure off and just be your normal, natural self. And you will find that you're able to engage with whoever it is a lot more normally. Now, this technique really does work because I have used it myself on many occasions. So rest assured, it works. So use outfits to express your sexuality. Tip number 2. Now, swinging can be a great opportunity to dress up and feel sexy. Now, I don't just mean dress up in some nice lingerie, but of course you can. What I mean is really go to town, and if you want, you can take on the whole new persona of somebody else. So if you're normally quite quiet and shy and conservative in your regular life, in your swinger life, you could be quite dominant. You could really go to town. You could wear killer heels. You could change your hair by the use of like wigs or hair extension. You could wear completely brand new different outfits. You could really go to town and take on that persona of somebody else if you wish to. So yeah, you could wear fetish wear, you know, you can really get into the role and into the character is what I'm trying to say. So tip number 3 is don't be passive. The most attractive thing in a person, or one of the most attractive things in a person, is somebody, regardless of their gender or sexuality, is somebody who knows what it is they want. They don't just go along with whatever is being, whether it's happening or whether it's decided. They have a voice and they make their own decisions and they express their own sexuality. This is really attractive. So even if you're part of a couple, have your own desires and your own wants and your own thoughts about what it is you want to experience, because this in itself is really attractive. Because there are a lot of couples out there who are happy to just kind of go along with what one the other wants, but for me personally, it's really attractive when you can talk to both partners and they both have similar goals, but they have their own expectations, which is really attractive. Tip number 4 four, that's better, isn't it, is accept jealous, envious emotions and move forward. Easier said than done, I know, and trust me, I have a lot of articles and also videos on swinging and jealousy, but the sooner you accept jealous, envious emotions, the sooner you will be able to enjoy swinging. So I know it's easier said than done, and I know that it's really hard, but if you begin to accept and understand that jealousy is part and parcel of life, and it doesn't mean you don't have to enjoy swinging, you will get a lot more out of it. Tip number 5 is reconnect with your mind and body. Now, it doesn't matter in what context you have swung, it doesn't matter if you've had a video chat date with another couple or another person, whether you've met for a vanilla date, maybe you've done some online chatting on a swinger site, maybe you've met in person, maybe you've gone the whole hog and had a full swap experience. It doesn't matter in what capacity you have swung, always reconnect with your mind and body. This is so important. It doesn't matter if you're a single person or in a relationship, or if your gender, if you identify as male, female, this is for females, but always reconnect with your mind and body. Take time out, discuss how it is you're feeling, discuss what you liked, what you didn't enjoy, how did it make you feel, how didn't it make you feel, and just take time out. And if you're a single person, then just kind of put the swinging to one side and just focus on how it made you feel. Focus on a few other things in your life. Don't let it overwhelm you, basically, because essentially it is just a lot of fun. So yeah, reconnecting is really important. My next tip, I think, is tip number 6, is enjoy swinging for what it is. Swinging is great fun, and you don't need me to tell you that. After all, you are already watching my channel, and I'm sure you've checked out my social media. However, one of my golden rules is that swinging sex is great fun, and it should never replace real intimacy. This is going back to the tip I just said about reconnecting. You should see swinging for what it is. It is a lot of fun, it is really sexy, and it is very liberating, but it shouldn't replace real intimacy and real connection with people. So it should never substitute sex that you have with your partner. And it should complement an already existing great sex life that you share if you're in a relationship. And if you're single, swinging should add to your already busy social life, not dominate it. So what I'm saying is you shouldn't use swinging as a means to connect with people on a really deep level, because chances are it will be couples who you're swinging with and they already have their emotional connection. So if you want to go out and date and meet people, go and do that, and then have the swinging as something added on as an extra, basically, is what I'm saying. My next tip is be honest about what it is you want. Now, this was a question that I had sent to me. I don't quite have time to read out the whole question to you. But you will be able to find it on my site, on ThisKindaGirl.com, on my top 10 tips for women. So the question was, how do I bring up swinging with a new partner? Well, if it's really important to you, which I'm sure it is, because once you start in the swinger lifestyle, you realise just how liberating it can be. I would say don't let it dominate your relationship, but bring it up and say, look, this is me, this is who I am, and this is what I enjoy. Just put it out there. Don't wait until it's 6 months down the line before then start talking about it, or then start wanting to broach the subject. For me personally, I would say bring it up from the beginning. And if you have met on the scene, if you have met on a swinger website, which a lot of couples do, then it really does do a lot of the hard work for you. Whereas if you're meeting in vanilla life on a dating app, it can be a little bit daunting. But if it's important to you, and I'm sure it is, and your needs are and wants and desires are integral to you, and you should never cast them aside, then be bold and say, look, this is me, this is what I enjoy, are you in or not? And then another top tip is reassure, communicate and connect with your partner if you have one. This goes back to reconnecting, but during your swinger life, during the swinger lifestyle that you're in, there will be times when you need to reassure and communicate with your partner and really listen to what it is they're saying, listen to what it is they're showing you, what they're trying to explain, because there are times that we're all faced with envious, jealousy, insecurity and fear, and sometimes just taking time out to talk to one another, doesn't matter if you're in a relationship with a man or a woman, always take time to prioritize your partner first, basically, is what it is I'm trying to say. My next top tip, which is actually top tip number 9, is make swinger friends. Now, this may sound like a bit of a strange one, but as you continue your journey in the swinger lifestyle, you will find it harder and harder to talk to your regular vanilla friends. I mean, you probably will find it hard. I find it hard. So I have my own swinger friends that I can connect with, swinger girlfriends that I can talk to about swinging. We can share experiences, we can share, life on the swinger scene, because it is really hard, and sometimes you need that support from other swingers, especially other female swingers, because it can be a little bit difficult to talk to people who have no idea about the scene, and I wouldn't want to be honest. So once you make swinger friends, once you find swinger people online, really do work to keep those friendships going, because it can be really beneficial. So top tip number 10, sorry I lost count, I find it hard to do 2 things at once sometimes. So top tip number 10 is confidence is key. Now, I wrote an article recently where I said the most attractive men in a swingers club aren't the ones with the 6-pack abs and the bulging muscles, but the ones who display confidence and charm. And it is exactly the same with women. The most attractive people in clubs are not the ones with the completely perfect body and perfect hair and perfect tan, but the ones who are confident in themselves. And if you are confident, it comes from within. It doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter what your body is like, how old you are, what your body shape is like, whether you've had 4 kids or no kids, it doesn't matter. If you're confident and you are comfortable in yourself, that will shine through. So never be put off thinking that you're not beautiful enough, or you're not attractive enough, you're not slim enough, because trust me, if you are confident, then that will shine through, and that is more attractive than anything else to me. And I'm sure I speak for many other swingers when I say that. If you want more information about body positivity and confidence, I do have a post on my website, ThisKindaGirl.com. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I hope this video has been an informative one and you have learnt something about top tips for female swingers. Please do join me next time. I shall see you then.